Hey, this is Courtney Cole from www.myintuitionist.com, and I want to address a question that I get asked frequently. People who call me up interested in bone readings or bone castings always have the same question: what is a bone reading and what is a bone casting? So I love talking about it with people on the phone, but I thought I'll make a video, I'll show you so that you can understand what it is I'll be doing for you over the phone or in person if we meet here in Berkeley. So bone casting or bone reading is one of the oldest and most powerful forms of divination. It's practiced around the world. Every culture has had some form of bone divination, letting you talk directly to the spirit world, to your ancestors and to your spirit guides, gaining insight and advice into what's going on in your life. And there are many, many methods. They've become less popular nowadays in modern America, but there is a bit of a resurgence. It's becoming more popular. And there's many methods. And there's many methods that I practice. Here's one method that I use based on the Sangoma style of South African divination, using different bones. Here's a weasel jawbone. A weasel jawbone. Here's an alligator hand. A raccoon penis bone. Each one of these having certain basic meanings that the spirits and the ancestors can use to communicate to us when we cast that on the floor. What message do they have for us? Another traditional form of divination that I do from America, from the Ozarks, uses chicken bones, nothing but chicken bones, with different designs on them. Again, giving the ancestors a method of communication to us to let us know what's going on from their perspective and from their end of things. And the last form of divination that I'd like to share with you and to go a little bit more in detail is the form of divination that I will probably do for you when you give me a call or when we meet personally. This form of divination is my favorite form of divination for getting advice and insight into a specific life area or for answering a specific question. And it's a mixture, like the South African Sangoma style divination, it's a mixture of bones. I use bone beads that each have different specific meanings, and curios that also have specific meanings of what life area they represent. So here's a beautiful pendant representing hopes, dreams, spirituality, desires. A copper coin representing health. This represents health. A crystal heart representing love and relationships, emotions. A pyrite cube representing wealth, money, and physical rewards. And there's several of these. What I'd like to do is to give you a very brief bone casting for you watching this little video. Obviously, if you were in person, you'd be participating, would be more focused, and I'd have time to give you a little bit more detail. But just as an example of what we do, or what I do with my ancestors, if you were here, I would give these to you to hold in your hands, to breathe deeply for a moment. I would take them back while you focused on the life area or the question that you have. And we would throw them out. Here we've got one bone landed outside of the tray. We put that aside, and we also put aside all of the bones that have landed face down, because they're not important, except for this one that I'll tell you about in the future. So what I have here is your focus is right now in the present. You want to know what's going on right now in your life. You're not too worried about things that have happened in the past, not too worried about things that have happened in the future. There's one bone that turned upside down, but I didn't throw away because it was directly under our crystal heart, representing love and emotions. And this bone is upside down. So it's related to the heart, but it doesn't quite give us its normal message. This has to do with endings. What this represents is not necessarily, to me, an ending of a relationship, but an ending of a type of relationship, possibly directly relating to this. There's an arrow here pointing right to a fossilized barracuda tooth, representing negative energies. This is in the past. This is something that's not affecting you right now directly, but maybe in your mind, and it may be affecting a specific relationship that you have right now. And it's time to let that go. It's time to move past that. It's not important anymore. You don't need to. In fact, that's been getting in the way of your hopes and dreams. There's something unrelated to this relationship. There's something that you've been working on, dreaming about, hoping, and it's within your grasp right now. You can do it if you take care of the business that you have to take care of. If you resolve that situation and let it go because it's done. You don't need to worry about it anymore. In the future, I have my Civil War era ivory and ebony domino face up, representing a clarity about the situation, an understanding of what's going on. Renewed health, showed by this copper coin, and a major change in situation. Underlying the health, this change in situation is going to bring about a new, renewed health, new, renewed insights. It's going to be very positive. It might be a little bit uncomfortable when it begins, because change is uncomfortable sometimes, but it's going to be a very positive thing. So that's my miniature, long-distance bone casting for you. You can understand a little bit of the type of reading that I give, either over the phone, or if you're in Berkeley or can come to Berkeley in person. So again, this is Courtney Kolb of www.myintuitionist.com.